I'm sitting here in Florida thinking about my good friend, Alderman Walter Burnett. Walter and I have been more than friends for my entire adult life. We've been brothers. And I can safely say that Walter feels the same way. Only Jesus Christ can separate us. Walter, you've been the best alderman the city council has ever had, and I know you're the hardest working alderman the city council ever had, and your continued success. Congratulations.
Hey Walter, as a friend, I just wanted to tell you that one of my best memories of you is working on the Jesse White campaign. And the other is your great sense of humor and your dedication to the people of the 27th Ward. All the best.
Hey Walter, it's Marlo checking in. Want to say congratulations on nearly 30 years, 3 decades of elected public service. I once told you that I thought you were the best young Democrat politician that I ever met. Well, you took all those talents to City Hall and you turned the 27th Ward into something that people would roll up their windows and lock their doors and drive through real fast, into one of the premier locations for dining, for entertainment in the city of Chicago. And people want to say, well, that's just an area that was going to grow anyway. Well, it grew with great leadership, great patience, and a great alderman. And you were all those things wrapped up into one. I couldn't be more prouder than where you came from and where you are. And you are a shining testament to it doesn't matter where you begin, it only matters where you finish. So congratulations, my friend. I wish you all the best. And here's to another 30 years on Chicago City Council. God bless you, my friend.
Hi, I'm Jesse White, former Illinois Secretary of State and Ward Committeeman of the 27th Ward. Many years ago, when I met Walter Burnett, I was impressed by his manner. I was really impressed by his commitment to duty. And so when I ran for Cook County Recorder of Deeds, he was at my side. He was my campaign manager, my driver, my confidant. And as it turned out, we were successful. And then shortly thereafter, he asked me to support him for his effort to become Alderman of the 27th Ward. We put a program in place, and as it turned out, he became successful. And right now, he is the longest serving Alderman in the 27th Ward. He is the Dean of the City Council. So with that, Walter, we want to thank you for your commitment to duty, for serving the people of this wonderful, wonderful city and, of course, ward. Thank you for giving. Thank you for caring. And thank you for making a difference. And only the best to you, sir. As they would say in my neighborhood, you're the man.
Alderman Walter Burnett Jr. Congratulations. 28 years of service. Now you're the Dean of the House, the Vice Mayor. Brother, one thing I can't say about you is you do not sleep. I have tons of memories that I could share with you, but I'll start with the one that we all know of how it is. We used to get up at 6 in the morning or be on the bus at 6:30 in the a.m. campaigning for your election back in 94, 95. And how that was really the turning point of how it is that we set the tone. But you took it on a whole nother level and excelled. I mean, look at the ward. The ward epitomizes you and your commitment to service. I'm immensely proud of you, man. My respect for you. I know we joke and trip out all the time, but I got mad love and respect for you.
Alderman Burnett, Reverend Blakey here. Man, I've been a fan of yours ever since I landed on the north side of Chicago to serve LaSalle Street Church and the Near North community. I think my most favorite memory with you is when every night after the Near North Unity Program meetings, you used to try to dodge Miss Landry so that you wouldn't have to give her a ride home, but she would catch you every time and you'd be looking around be like, did Miss Landry leave yet? Did Miss Landry leave yet? And when you thought that she had left, you would leave out the door, and as soon as you left out the inner door, she'd be right there on the corner saying, Walter, can you give me a ride home? It was hilarious because you would get caught every single time. Man, I will never forget that. The thing that I respect, though, on a serious note about you is your commitment to community. Yours is a commitment that extends far beyond the boardroom and into the actual lives of those that you serve and the constituents that you have grown up with and that you've grown to love. And so I appreciate that. I've seen you in several different settings. I've watched your humility, I've watched your discipline, and I've watched and seen your leadership up close and in person. And I really appreciate it. It's nothing but a pleasure to work with you and to be a co-partner with you in the work that you do in the city of Chicago. So congratulations, brother. You know that I love you, and we'll talk soon. Peace.
Alderman Burnett, just wanted to congratulate you on winning another term to the city council. I know you're not the oldest, but you are the senior alderman, and that's something to be very, very proud of, and I'm certainly very, very proud of you. One of my favorite memories of you goes back quite a few years, actually. It was at Mary Bartolome Park at a ceremony that we had, and we were opening the park, and just hearing you speak there, I just much appreciated your sincerity and just your realness. And I told you that then, and I still feel that way about you. And again, I just love that about you. One of the things that I also really respect about you is your sincerity. I always know that you're going to be real and honest, and you know that goes a long way with me, and frankly I think it goes a long way with a lot of people. I would give honorable mention to your sense of humor. You always make me laugh, and that's a good quality to have. And also I certainly appreciate your dedication to the constituents and residents and business owners of the 25th Ward, and actually also this city. So again, congratulations to you, and looking forward to working with you here in the near future. Cheers.
Hi, my name is Nita Haley-Tampa. Alderman Burnett, the most fondest memory I have of you was back in 2010 when you came to work with me in the community, in your Jima community garden. You had your suit on and your dress clothes. The only guy out there that was not dressed in gym shoes and sweatpants. You was pushing, hauling soil around in the garden. I can't get up how good you responded to a garden day in the garden, but you was not dressed for it. But you were awesome. You helped a whole lot. That's my fondest memory of you. I respect most about this because you get things done. You'll call on anyone to help you when they need a helping hand. One day we had a meeting, we had a Blackfoot Network meeting on a Saturday at the Nia Center. And everybody was sitting out again. You get up and you hit that table one time. And they stopped and listened to you, heard everything you had to say. It makes a difference when people listen to you. You know what you're talking about, and you say what you mean, and you know what you feel in some of your heart. You get no better than that. Have a great day.
Walt, congratulations, man, on 28 years of incredible public service. I just wanted to, first of all, as I look back over knowing you for over 30 years, I think about my first memory would be when you were running for president of the Young Democrats, and you beat my candidate 80-3. And I remember a good friend of ours, Gerald Nichols, saying, all right, the first lesson of politics is never back a loser. And that has stayed with me for over 30 years. And the other thing that I respect about you is just, one, your commitment to public service and just being an incredible friend. I can't believe it's been over 30 years that we've known each other, and although sometimes we can go months and years without talking with each other, when we see each other again, we just reconnect. So love you, brother. I feel blessed and honored to be able to call you a friend, wishing you nothing but continued success, and can't wait to see the incredible and amazing things that you're going to do in the years ahead. Love you, brother. Talk with you later. Bye.
Hey, Walter. I wanted to find someplace special to congratulate you on being dean, the new dean of the city council. It's hard to believe that it was 31 years ago when you came into my office to tell me you were going to run for the new 27th Ward Alderman spot. We were working on Mr. White's Reporter of Deeds campaign, and that's where we first met. You and Darlena have been wonderful, dear friends all these years, as well as your boys. I'm so proud of you, and I'm just sorry I can't be there today. I wish you all the best, my friend. Love you.
Congratulations, Alderman Burnett. It has been truly a privilege to serve by your side over these last many, many years, to have an opportunity to listen, observe, and learn the way in which you truly live your life by example. Your word is your contract, always remembering to give thanks to God first. Your leadership is based on humility and grace, compassion and dignity. Thank you for prom for the seniors. Thank you for bingo for the seniors, backpacks for the kids, and for having an open door for everybody in between. Over the last 8 to 9 years, we have reviewed over 200 proposed developments for the Fulton Market West Loop area. You have always been committed to, and better continue to be, an advocate for affordable housing, affordable retail space, and more importantly, reminding everyone in the room that inclusion is not a choice, it's mandatory. For that, I thank you, I respect you, I congratulate you, and I am honored to celebrate you. Thank you, Alderman Burnett. Good deal.
Okay. Hi, I'm Carrie Steele, President at MWRD. Congratulations, Alderman Burnett. Congratulations on your re-election, and thank you for being such an honest public servant. I appreciate and respect your hard work and your dedication. From one former Young Democrat to another former Young Democrat, thank you for being such a hardworking, dedicated public servant and for inspiring so many of our young adults to stay involved in their community and inspiring others to get involved in politics. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you more years to come. I appreciate your support. Congratulations.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! It's your man, Mace Jackson, here to celebrate all of our good friend, 27th Ward Alderman Walter Burnett Jr. He is the Dean of the City Council. That's right, he is the longest serving member of the City Council. I guess that means you pretty old, dude. But when they asked me to make this video, they said they had 2 questions. One, what is your favorite memory of Alderman Burnett? And I gotta say, it goes back 24 years when I was sitting in your office looking at you, telling you that I wanted to be involved in politics, and you were like, this kid with dreadlocks, what is he, crazy? And you were trying to release a rap record, and I was like, who is this political guy? What is he, crazy? And here we are 24 years later. And when they asked me what is it that I respect the most about you, I gotta say it's your ability to get it done. People tend to underestimate you, but no matter what has happened, you always seem to come out on top. From when the 27th Ward was Skid Row, and now it is the crown jewel of the city of Chicago. Hey man, it's just a testimony to who you are and what you mean to this city. So I want to congratulate you on becoming the Dean of the City Council, as well as your new position as the Vice Mayor. Chicago, we would not be the same city without my man, 27th Ward Alderman Walter Burnett Jr., the Dean of the City Council. That means you're old, man. It means you're old.
Hey, Alderman Burnett. On behalf of the Honor Group and myself, I want to congratulate on another term in office, being appointed the Vice Mayor of the City of Chicago and officially be known as the Dean of City Council. You know, I'm sitting in a neighborhood that, as far as I'm concerned, literally wouldn't exist if it wasn't for your leadership. You know, as a company that's been building here for around a decade, and admittedly, our relationship got off really rocky, I want to just say that working with you is one of the highlights of both myself and the company right across North America. There's a question that's one of my favorite memories and one of my anecdotes about you and about your leadership and your commitment. And I think those two things tie in, and that's that you've helped create this neighborhood and all the other growth in this community while still being committed and being a ferocious advocate for this community. And I learned that from my own anecdote, walking around with you one time in a building, and I know we've heard this story before, that you leaned over to me and you said, you know, I'm really committed, I'm really impressed with your commitment to local hiring here, but Duncan, I have a question for you. Why are all my people in uniforms and your people in suits? And of course, you and I have worked on that and talked about that, and as a company, we've worked on that since that time. But that is something that not only is played out here in Chicago, but it's something we've played out right across North America and all the cities we work in. It's something I've taken to heart. And it's your continued commitment to not only allowing growth in Chicago, but ensuring that companies like ours and people like yourself consider what we can do to be partners in community. Well, that's really what makes you a special elected, makes you one of my most favorite, if actually really my most favorite elected to work with, and someone that I really hope continues to stay influenced not only this ward, but the city of Chicago for years to come. Again, congratulations on everything, and honestly, Alderman, I hope you never retire. Take care.
My name is Reverend Dr. George W. Daniels, Senior Pastor of First Baptist Congregation Church. Congratulations, Alder Burnett. You served faithfully in the City of Council since 1995. You're a resident of Chicago, grew up in Chicago, and so I want to thank you for not forgetting the people. You certainly has been an advocate for housing in the City Council. Not only have you worked in the political arena, but you serve as a volunteer in prison ministry. You have participated in prison ministry over 25 years. I just thank you for your service as a deacon. Thank you for investing in people and encouraging people. You're a wonderful asset to the city. Congratulations, I wish you well, and continue to do a great job.
Walter Burnett, what's in a name? Character, perseverance, belief, vision, trust, just to name a few. In order for a politician to be successful, they must have name recognition before anything else, since after all, everyone should know who they're voting for. Interestingly, Walter and I met 27 years ago in 1996 when my wife Kimberly and I just purchased our Adams Street property, which we live in today. One of my favorite memories of Walter, and possibly a defining moment in his career, occurred during a community meeting. It was early in the days of West Loop development, 20 years ago, 2003. We had just completed Block X, we're underway on Block Y, and I was in the process of assembling a city parcel and the Wertheimer Box Company sites. At the time, there was an 80-foot height limit on buildings, yet, as many developers knew, if you asked the community for more, you could often settle for less. So both Walter and I went into that meeting with eyes wide open, knowing there could be pushback. What we didn't expect was the veracity of a small group of residents who outright opposed the development. And instead of having a civil discussion about building height or other design elements, the crowd became angry and loud and started chanting, "Too tall, too tall, too tall," again and again and again, eventually forcing me from the pulpit and requiring Walter to intervene. Although not unprecedented, it was a moment that required any leader to take a stand for the good of the overall community. I have to believe Walter's actions were instinctual, and what followed surprised me. Although he tried to calm the crowd, they continued to be combative. So he flat out told them that if they chose to behave in an unruly manner, he would place a moratorium on all development at West Loop. And he ended the meeting and walked out. The next day, he announced a moratorium, and it remained in place until standards were established protecting the voices of all community members. No group was above another in Walter's mind. All had the right to be heard. All had the right to express themselves. And he would not allow nor bend to mob mentality from anyone or any group. Since then, I've watched and admired Walter in action and have witnessed many a project come and go. And what I respect most about Walter Burnett is that he has a name and reputation for fairness and for listening, with an uncanny ability to bring people together for the good of the community he serves. Walter, cheers to you, my friend. Congratulations, and may you continue on your path of greatness while shepherding the needs of your constituents. I love you, man, and thanks for all you've done for Chicago.
Walter, congratulations on an awesome accomplishment. You've always been a wonderful person, and one of the things I've always admired mostly about you is your great strong sense of family, really good sense of humor, and for just being a great friend and always being there and always being available, always being either for a small conversation or something more important, and just always being around, a great guy, and look forward to many more years. Again, congratulations on a great accomplishment, and look forward to seeing you soon.